Greens one and all, BioB Acid here. Back once again. ACL Sydney 2012 is the event at the UNSW Roundhouse. Joined by Frey right now. I've got Stens on my left and Buzzard on my right. The guys from Frenetic Array, of course. They've been going pretty good so far this weekend. First question for you, mate. Teams that you've played so far, who are you mainly worried about? And how do you think you guys have performed so far this weekend?
Well, the two top teams that we've versed so far have been CI, and we've versed Vox twice. We came out on top of Vox in both encounters. I think it was 3-1 the first time we played them, and then 3-1 again, and 3-0 in the next time we played them. And then we played CI in the pool finals to the playoff for the first seed, and that was yesterday afternoon on main stage. And we ended up beating them 4-0 in CTF Dome. So we're performing pretty well. We're pretty confident for the next games coming up.
Buzzin', who are you guys mainly worried about this weekend?
Probably the boys over there, Mind Freak, I'd say. From I know ESGN, we beat them pretty comfortably. Was it 6-1? 6-1 we beat them, but I know they always seem to come out on top somehow. But yeah, definitely Mind Freak and Vox. So,
of course, with another change up to the lineup there, what was behind that, and how come you've picked up once again a new player?
Well, basically, coming from Black Ops, where you could get away with playing with 3 ARs, with 3 assault rifles, we came into Modern Warfare 3 with that same sort of outlook on the game, that we could have 3 assault rifles. But then as teams started to play more and more aggressive, we just found out that basically it's essential to have 2 submachine guns that can basically work the map for you and get your map control so the Slayers can set up and just hold spots. So having 2 seriously good subbies is a very key and vital part of fours nowadays. And Renzi also quit, but I think we'd have Fighter in over Renzi at the moment anyway with how he's playing.
Shout out to Baked. Baked was our 4th. Still, we got to sort that out. But yeah, Baked, Potato, and we've got Fighter. So yeah.
Okay, I'll make you choose on the actual interview. Don't worry, you don't have to pick a favourite just now. But moving on from that, of course, you guys up against Mind Freak next up on the main stage there. Your thoughts going into that match?
I'm pretty confident, actually. Beat them at ESGN 6-1 once again. So yeah, I'm pretty confident. We're all playing good. We have mixed amps up there, so we can all talk to each other pretty easy. So yeah, pretty confident.
Okay, so stands back to you again, mate. Looking at, again, as I said to Naked, the whole 4v4 revolution side of things, it's really trying to move off here. We're trying to get away from S&D, more 4v4 online, but it still doesn't solve the issue for the LAN side of things. You really need teams to get here. Yes, it is hard without the sponsors, and also when you have top 4 or 5 teams, like I said to the Mind Freak before, it is hard. They don't really want to come because they're like, we're going to get slaughtered, what's the point? It's not just about winning, it's also about having a great time being here. So what would you like to say to people who should be here but just decide not to?
Well, CG and gaming in general is obviously something that everyone watching the stream and everyone here puts like a huge amount of time into. So I think if you're putting that much time into online play, and if you're in it, like if you've got problems with money and you can't get to the venues, then I think that you should just be coming to the ones that are in your hometown at least. And I just don't think it's a good enough excuse to say, oh, I didn't have a team for this weekend, because there's players here that are just walking around watching that could have been in a team. So I don't know. You just got to build up the confidence and show up to a LAN in your hometown and just make the commitment.
Yeah, not just to spectate people. Do show up to actually play as well. Online ticketing now, ACL has announced that for all their events. So please look into that. It is a little bit cheaper, not much, but still you're saving a bit of money there. And if it's just a matter of getting back and forth from the venue, public transport's there. Your parents are there as well if you need them. And I'm sure they were willing just to help out for one weekend as long as you're a good kid. Frey, just quickly to you, Buzzin', mate. Shout outs to your sponsors, of course.
Yeah.
No,
we got Razor, our main sponsor, who helps us out a lot, and Game Traders. They're pretty much the 2 that help us out the most. And then, I know we've got on the back.
We got Patriot Memory and In Time Cyber Cafe, but mainly Game Traders and Razor. Yeah.
There you have it there, guys. Next up on the main stage, of course, will be Frey versus Mind Freak. So even though you won't see this till later, hope you're watching the live stream, you'll be able to see that coming up very soon. I was, of course, BioB Acid, joined by Stens and Buzzin' here from ACL Sydney 2012. Enjoy. Greetings all, BioB Acid here, joined by Frenetic Array, finishing 2nd at ACL Sydney for 2012. I've got Buzzin', Stens, G-Man, and Lincoln. Fighter. I actually call Fighter Fight Club a few times during the stream because, I just see fights and the club just rolls off the tongue due to casting. However, guys, obviously, First time in a while at an ACL event as well, or probably an event that you guys have attended, that you've come second.
Yeah.
Like, your thoughts on that?
Well, of course it's disappointing, but credit to MF for playing a very good grand final. And we are still happy with our performances over the last, 6 months, whatever. But again, credit to Mindfreak for a great performance.
Okay, and what are you guys going to get up to now that you've seen that a lot of teams, we did talk about it, I believe, it was either at Brisbane or at Gold Coast, I think you spoke about it at Gold Coast actually, how teams are bringing that level up. They're really increasing it. They're improving in 4v4s. So you guys, what are you going to do now?
I'm having a break for 2 weeks to play some StarCraft, that's for damn sure. And then I suppose we'll just get back to the drawing board, look at where we went wrong, go over our S&Ds as in the grand final we had to play 4 S&Ds and 2 CTFs. So that really let us down, and I suppose we're just going to have to go back to that, work on our strats, and come back bigger and better.
Righto. Fido, question for you, mate. What are your thoughts, you say, the venue's pretty much done for you guys in regards to COD? Your final thoughts in regards to Modern Warfare 3 here for ACL Sydney?
Can you repeat that question, please?
Did you enjoy yourself?
Yes.
Rephrase it to a lot simpler terms. Seems to work out well. Buzz, any shout-outs, mate, before we finish this one up?
Shout out to the boys, obviously, Gareth, Stan, Fighter, and our sponsors, Razor, who helping us get here, and Game Traders, and all other sponsors of Frey.
Shout out to BPL. That's Baked Potato. He's at home watching. He's a member of Frey, and we love him.
Might see Baked Potato getting picked up now. Someone might be getting cut after that second placing here at ACL Sydney. We'll see what's going to happen. I was caught by Acid, joined by Frey. See you next time.